Last week, our crews took on the shocking moves of Lady Gaga, but the biggest shock of all was that for the first time ever, there would be no elimination. That meant the crews had to bring it twice as hard because this week, 2 crews will be sent home. Saltare threw down double time to prove they deserve their second chance.
You guys killed a road.
Static Noise's Drag Star shocked the house, and for the first time in ABDC history, immunity was granted to 1 crew, Blueprint Crew, keeping them safe from tonight's double elimination.
You're untouchable on next week's show.
Tonight, we're going back in time for the Disco Challenge. The crews are gonna freak it to hip-hop remixes of dance classics and burn down the house with party-starting disco moves. 2 crews will be cut from the game in our most brutal elimination ever. The survivors will be hustling one step closer to becoming
We're going heavy!
America's best dance crew.
And I am standing here with the top 7 teams still competing for the title of America's Best Dance Crew. And they are Jungle Boogie, Saltare, Blueprint Crew, Static Noise, Hype 5-0, Heavy Impact, and Choreotics. On last week's show, ABDC broke the shocking news that the voting may have been compromised. We threw out the results and no one was eliminated. Every crew got a second chance and had to step up their game because tonight, it's all or nothing. For the first time in ABDC history, we'll send home 2 crews based on America's votes. At the end of the last show, you at home voted, and throughout the night, we're gonna reveal the results. 3 crews with the most votes will be saved and move on to next week. The bottom 3 crews with the fewest votes will face off in a do-or-die double elimination. Now it's time for the Disco Challenge. The dance crazes of the 70s were more than just fads. They laid the foundation for hip-hop styles like whackin', lockin', poppin', and tonight, each crew got a fresh master mix of a 70s hit and had to infuse their routine with disco moves to create an unforgettable performance. We're kicking it off with a crew that made the most of their second chance last week, Blueprint Crew, blew away the judges, and locked down ABDC's first ever immunity pass to avoid elimination. Let's see what went down when Layla Kaylee dropped the needle on this week's Disco Challenge.
Alright guys, for this week's challenge, we're traveling back to the 1970s. It's time to get your groove thing on for the Disco Challenge. Each crew will be given a video master mix of classic 70s dance moves. Your challenge is to work all these dance disco sensations into a hip-hop routine. Can you dig it? Yeah. There's just one more thing. As an added challenge, you must incorporate a lift into your routine. Good luck.
Last week was an ABDC first when Blueprint Crew received immunity, guaranteeing them safety from this week's elimination.
Blueprint Crew!
It was just a dream. A dream. This week is a disco challenge, and the move that we'll be incorporating in our choreography is the funky guitar.
He's going crazy!
We're used to precise movements, and the funky guitar is more groovy.
Yeah, it's not funky. Not only do we have the funky guitar, we also have to incorporate a lift.
In disco, there's tons of lifts.
The lift that we're doing is the helicopter lift. It's hard to keep your balance. It makes you really, really dizzy.
I'm just gonna sit right now.
With this disco challenge, we have to embody the era. We also have to pull off the funky guitar and the lift. So there's like 3 challenges in one this week. We want to show everyone why we got immunity and that we deserve it. So we hope we don't crash and burn.
Could this precision crew let loose with the funky guitar? We'll perform to a master mix of the Freak by Cheek. Here is Blueprint Crew.
the flow, cause I know you want more. It's hard to ignore, letting everybody know you a figure when you're making it move. You know I'm making it move, making it do what it do. I'm feeling you a you about to freak out now.
Blueprint Crew. Y'all are getting funky, popping and locking. Okay, let's go to the judges. JC Chazé, what'd you think, my man?
I'm still taking it all in because, again, we just saw so many styles, but you guys had so much fun with the 70s vibe. You played with it. You did the funky guitar thing, which I was worried it was going to be super corny, but I think you guys touched on it just enough because you even went above and beyond your task by doing more than one lift. You had 2 lifts going on. Derek did the whole Soul Train line, and Nicola, you had to hold that one-handed handstand for quite some time, and it was about stopping that momentum. You actually controlled that momentum. You owned that step. It was a fun number, guys. Good job.
Omarion.
Yeah, Blueprint. I think you guys definitely embrace the task at hand, especially this particular part when B-Boy Hero came out with the afro. I wasn't really expecting that. You used the windmill to set up your afro gag, and then you went back into, classic Blueprint Crew. I want to get into a slow-mo right now with this helicopter with the ladies on top looking good, and then we had this merry-go-round action going on right here. I think you guys did a great job.
Okay, Lil Mama?
It was very fun. One of my favorite parts of your performance was the Soul Explode, where he came through and he did like the Soul Train, and then all the guys, there was 2 guys in the line and you guys just burst out with him and got into choreography with him. I appreciated that. As far as your challenge, you did your thing. I mean, when you went up into the lifts, the girls were clean, they got up and they held their poses. It was creative and it was on point.
Thank you. And Lil Mama, may I add, you're looking extra lovey in your disco theme tonight. Blueprint Crew is safe tonight, but they're going to need your votes to stay in the game. We're going to hit you with the numbers at the end of the show. Thank you, Blueprint Crew. When we come back, we'll reveal the first results of your crucial vote. We'll name one crew that will be staying alive and another that will face the scorching heat of the unprecedented double elimination. Burn, baby, burn. It's ABDC's Disco Inferno. I'm Mario Lopez, and we're taking it back to the disco days on ABDC. I am here with the 6 crews who are still in danger of being dragged into our most intense elimination ever. At the end of last week's show, you cast your votes, and I have some of the results here in my hand. Let's go to Saltare and Static Noise. America gave one of you enough votes to get down on our stage next week. The other is in the bottom 3 and must enter tonight's double elimination. The crew that will be lighting up the stage on the next episode is... Saltare! Congratulations, you made it out alive. That means Static Noise, you are in the bottom 3. All right, Saltare is up next. Let's see how these ropers jump back to the disco era.
Soul Train. We went from Lady Gaga to Soul Train.
They're doing the hustle right there. I think we could incorporate that into our routine.
The move of the hustle is like a ball change with a turn thrown in.
Disco, it's not very bouncy, so trying to take a step that's not meant to be in jump ropes is going to be difficult.
I got it.
I did not.
Don't act like a horse.
The judges see us evolving, and we're going to have to show that we can keep it up and show that we're only going to continue to grow. This isn't right.
We want to make top 5. This routine has to be awesome. If this routine is bad, we're going home.
Oh, can these game changers stay quick enough to do the hustle? Before we do a master mix of the hit Disco Inferno, here is Saltare. Saltare, I gotta tell you, that was hot. Okay, little mama disco diva. What do you think?
Saltari definitely set the stage on fire, that's for sure. Your performance was interesting. It's like watching a circus. We're always gonna be excited and just like awed by your performance. But what I'm noticing is that it's only like an 8 count of dance. You might catch a little wop here, you might catch a little skip there. I wanna see y'all dance. That's my true emotion. Like, other than that, awesome performance. It was heated up.
JC.
Yeah, you know what? I liked the performance a lot. The only thing was, it got a little wonky in the middle because you guys tried to do 2 lifts in it, and the first one was clean. You started right off the top. It was like, let's do this lift. Let's let them get the task out of the way so then we can get into what we do. The second lift, it was a little bit disastrous when Billy was trying to flip. I think it was Lisa. But that being said, I want to get into the slow-mo right now because this is cool. Like, you guys are flipping the ropes all the way in, and you guys end up doing these mule kicks with the ropes on fire. Now, I have to say, I'm going to compliment you guys in a big way because you guys took a huge risk. You put 2 lifts in. One of them didn't work out, but you executed one. Then you took a risk with the danger handling the fire like this. You got to keep working, but I was impressed with parts of it.
Omarion.
I think you guys are a great group, and like JC and Little Mama said, there was a lot of great moments in there. But I'm thinking to myself while I'm watching it, like, if they mess up this fire, then somebody's ass is gonna be on fire. I'm thinking this to myself, like, I don't want this to be disastrous. The timing is really, really important to what you do. I don't know what's going on between you guys, but I need you to get back in sync again. I need you guys to not make mistakes because I don't want to see anybody burn.
Thank you, judges. If you want Saltari to keep tearing it up, you gotta vote for him. We'll give you the info later on. Thank you, Saltari. All right, when we come back, the most intense episode of the season continues. 2 more teams will be grooving on to next week, and the other 2 could get cut out of the game in the most heartbreaking elimination ever. This is Randy Jackson presents America's Best Dance Crew. Welcome back. ABDC is in full-blown party mode with the biggest dance crazes from the disco era. These 4 crews are waiting to hear if their party could come to a crashing halt in the double elimination. I have more results of America's vote right here. Jungle Boogie, High 5-0, Heavy Impact, and Poriotics. 2 of you got enough votes to rock on to next week. The other 2 are in the bottom and must dance for their lives in the double elimination. One of the crews in the top 3 that'll definitely be back next week is Poriotics. Congratulations, you are heading to the next show. Jungle Boogie, High 5-0, Heavy Impact, only one of you got enough votes to lock down a spot next week. The other 2 must face off against Static Noise in the most high-stakes battle we've ever had. The crew that got enough votes to be safe for another week is High 5-0. Congratulations, that means Jungle Boogie and Heavy Impact, you guys are in the bottom 3, and your fate depends on your performance tonight. Next up is Poriotics. Let's see how these robots from the future went back in time for the Disco Challenge.
Check out the bell bottoms.
Michael.
Michael.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
look at that robot.
When we saw Michael Jackson in the disco video and do the robot, I was like, we gotta do it. That's us.
Dude, he's going so fast.
Michael's robot was difficult because he moved a lot faster. The Poriotic style is a little more stationary and it's more mechanical.
Disco robot.
The disco style, it moved a lot. Our style is we don't move around too much, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to tie it all together.
I feel like this is a middle school dance.
When we were practicing the lift, it was very awkward because you're like facing each other and like holding each other by the hips and like swinging around. Kind of difficult. Most of the time we were just dropping each other. 2 people are going home this week, so we really gotta come harder than last week and really outdo ourselves.
Disco robots operation.
Oh, can these poppers lock into MJ's robotic moves? Performing to a master mix of Dancing Machine by the Jackson 5. Here is Poriotics. Poriotics. 16, 17, wow. Poriotics getting a workout. Okay, keeping it strong. Marion, what'd you think?
First of all, I was thinking to myself, like, man, you guys are lucky because you get to do Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but I thought this was an interesting challenge for you guys as well because this was a different dime stop. You know, you guys usually are a little bit slower with your ticking and your popping, but Michael, you know, he's a little bit more energetic and faster. I thought you guys rose to the occasion. You really did your thing. You really did your thing. And then also, you know, I think that this showed a different side of you guys, and this is the first time that I've actually seen you guys use the stage more and move, and that's what I like to see. That's what America's Best Dance Crew is. It's flexible. You gotta be able to rise to the occasion, okay? Good job, guys.
Mamacita.
Y'all definitely stepped it up. It's like tonight y'all came out and actually bust a sweat. You know what I'm talking about? When I first started, I was like, Michael Jackson doesn't whack. But I understood that you guys were trying to incorporate a little bit of everything that's going on and show that you're versatile. And when you actually got to the popping section, I was like, all right now. And then when you guys went down and y'all was doing the floor sections and the popping and the locking, I appreciate all of it. I want to get into a slow-mo, actually, of you guys, when you came through and you did the walrus. No, I'm joking. You did the dolphin wave. That was exciting right there, because you just popped out of nowhere. Y'all was all together, and then you came from stage left, and then you just went across. I was like, all right, they turning it up. That's what I'm talking about.
JC.
All right, guys. Honestly, for the last 3 weeks, you guys have been losing me every week until this performance. This performance, you guys finally got me back. Everything has been predictable with you guys, and in this week, right here, I know, say whatever you want, but I can only watch this for so long. Today, when they did the robot, they did a little sexy bot, and it was kind of fun. They got the sexy bot, yeah. You know how it goes. But honestly, it was a really entertaining performance. You guys kind of made, I think it was like either Whopping or Boogaloo, you kind of made it into a slow-mo kind of thing, which was nice, the dolphin going across the front. You guys, you might have got me back this week. You might have got me back.
The sexy bot, okay. Thank you, judges. Well, if you want these dance machines to run full speed to the title, we'll give you the voting info at the end of the show. Thank you, Poriotics. The last saved crew is Hype 5-0. Let's see if these Honolulu hip-hoppers can make a splash when they dive into disco.
Disco is really fun and playful, but we're really gonna have to find a way to make it more hip-hop.
Oh, the electric slide.
The electric slide is very repetitive.
All right.
You go side to side, go back to front, and then you turn. So we're gonna have to change the moves up a little bit.
The lift is scary because the boys chuck us onto their shoulders, and I don't know if I trust them that much.
The lift is not only challenging, but dangerous.
I think my nose is bleeding. Don't try this at home.
This week there's a lot of pressure on our crew because the Hype has found themselves in the bottom twice already, and it's been difficult for us to keep impressing the judges. So we want to show them that we can be different, we can be versatile, and we deserve to stay here.
And their big energy moves charge up the electric slide, performing to a master mix of Shake Your Groove thing by Peaches and Herb. Here is Hype 5-0. 5-0. Let's hear from the judges, JC.
Honestly, I felt for you guys because you guys got the electric slide, and it's like, you know, that's like the wedding party dance. You know, you're like, how do I make this thing cool? But at the same time, everybody loves it. Everybody loves a classic, and I think you guys had fun trying to make it a little bit hip-hop, trying to give it a little bounce. The lifts were fun. You guys did partner work. The hand hops were dope, but the prep for it was like you kind of just stood there and waited to do it, and then you hopped into it. It's like, you can't let me see you waiting to do something. And the other thing I would say is maybe work on moving people around the stage a bit, because I noticed that, Jonathan, like, you were doing some great stuff, but you were really in the middle for a really long period of time in the performance near the end. So something to think about.
Marion.
Yeah. So, Hype 5-0, first of all, I felt like you guys came out strong. It was so many different visuals you guys were giving me. Matter of fact, let's get into one. My man, Mark is doing the hand hops, and then he goes to his elbow, and then it's like a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on in the back. I think you guys did a good job creating just a lot of different elements, you know. This is like a tough challenge. Disco, I couldn't imagine, you know, putting on that outfit. So, good job, guys.
Okay, Lil Mama.
Well, I know you guys for having a precise style that's very energetic. Actually, when your performance really kicked off to me and the energy stepped up is when Jonathan came through the middle, whacking, and then he just hit a shabam, and then y'all got up, and it's like y'all really started to like get funky, and I was like, all right now. Whether it was going low and everybody just bopping, whether the girls was coming in and hitting certain things, it was just that one section that really popped out to me. And what I will say as a note, work the performance to where the entire performance feels like that. That moment where it's just like, it's grooving and it never stops because you want it to be a ride. You know what I mean? And other than that, you guys had a good performance.
Thank you, judges. If you want Hype 5-0 to keep shaking their groove thing, we're going to give you the numbers to vote from later on. Thank you, Hype 5-0. When we come back, the bottom three will have to defend their lives in the biggest elimination ever. One crew will turn the beat around, but the other two will get beaten down. The Disco Challenge is getting deadly. ABDC 5. I'm Mario Lopez, and we're back on America's Best Dance Crew. I'm standing here with Heavy Impact, Static Noise, and Jungle Boogie. They received the fewest votes from America and have fallen into the bottom three. They're going to perform one after another, and then the judges will pick a single crew to continue in the competition. The other two will be shut out for good. Well, we drew numbers, and Heavy Impact is up first. So let's see how these smooth groovers got ready to shine under the disco lights.
Last week, Heavy Impact got tripped up by the Lady Gaga challenge.
My foot hit the pole, which caused me to fail. I feel like I let my crew down. It hurts. I need to bring it even harder.
Let's see what it is.
The strut.
Is that the strut?
That's a strut.
Yeah. With the strut, it's a walk. You kind of kick your feet out. You have these like really cool Saturday Night Fever arms, and just to kind of make it a little funkier.
Our challenge is to take what they did in the 70s and modernize it to 2010. Looking at our sizes, what kind of lift do you think we possibly can do?
With last week's mishap, we have to step our game up. With a double elimination on the table, we'll definitely be performing for our lives again.
Oh my God, it's scary!
Can they strut their stuff and walk out of harm's way, performing for their lives to a master mix that You Should Be Dancing by the Bee Gees? Here is Heavy Impact.
5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, you're too heavy. Next.
Impact smashes the stage, and now it's Static Noise's turn to enter the three-way showdown. Let's see how this avant-garde crew got ready to go retro.
Oh, you know what's the signature disco move?
What?
Those staying alive arms.
Yes.
Disco music's about the fun, the groove, the little movements, like staying alive, finger points, down to the hip, bring it back up, bring it back up. You okay, Enrique?
My back was hurting a lot during rehearsal, so I'm gonna go see a doctor.
3 weeks ago, Enrique suffered a back injury, and with his rigorous rehearsal schedule, the pain has only intensified.
Compared to when you first injured your back to now, how is the pain?
A lot worse.
It looks like there's a little slippage of one of the vertebral body.
I don't think I'll be able to perform.
We were all devastated when we found out that Enrique couldn't perform with us this week. But, you know, we're gonna try to do our best as if there were 6. This whole disco challenge is about having fun, being upbeat, but that's very difficult when in the back of our minds we're thinking about Enrique.
They've got a man down. Can they man up and keep staying alive? Performing with everything on the line to a master mix of A Fifth of Beethoven by Walter Murphy. Here's Static Noise. Static Noise stakes their claim. Okay, when we come back, Jungle Boogie enters the three-way battle with a Kool and the Gang classic, and we're only moments away from the judges making the toughest decision of the season. Which 2 crews are gonna get sent home? America's Best Dance Crew, keep it locked. Welcome back to ABDC. We're in the middle of a three-way slugfest where the bottom crews are dropping disco moves to stay alive, and only one will walk away a winner. The other 2 will have to walk it out. The last crew to enter the ring is Jungle Boogie. Let's see how these wild beasts turn into party animals when they hit the disco.
Look at their faces, though. Like, everybody is happy.
Jungle Boogie is hard-hitting and aggressive. This week, we got the Disco Challenge. So we got to go back to the 70s and figure out some disco moves.
We got to go from this to this.
In our routine this week, we're going to try to do a move that's called the bump.
You pop twang, I bump you. It's a little simple. It's going to be challenging for us to put that Jungle Boogie stank on it.
The bump is something that we just got to keep working on because it's not there yet. We need to try to do some lifts.
We can do a lift where you're pressing somebody over your head.
The lift is an inconsistent move. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
There we go. The worst possible thing that can happen to us is this lift not working out right. Last week, we fumbled a little bit, so there's no room for mess-ups. We got this! We got this!
Can they live up to their name and lift themselves to safety in an all-or-nothing performance to a master mix of Kool and the Gang's Jungle Boogie? Here is Jungle Boogie. protects their territory. Let's bring Heavy Impact and Static Noise back out. All three crews sunk every ounce of passion into their performances, but only one can continue on the quest for the crown. The other two will be taken out tonight. I want to go to the judges to get their thoughts. We asked each of them to weigh in on one of these three competitors. Omarion, tell me what you thought of Heavy Impact.
I'm going to take my time with this because I really want you guys to understand the statement you just made. People see your size and they typecast you. They like, okay, well, what does he do? Eat, you know what I'm saying? They always got, you know what I mean? They always got funny jokes, you know what I'm saying? But you guys actually came out tonight and I would say you just danced. You enjoyed yourself. You just danced. It was a section where you guys was crumping. I didn't really expect to see that. I think that out of this whole challenge, you know, I don't think I've seen anyone be that aggressive in lime green and, you know, pork chops. You know what I'm saying? Cool Leon, the pork chops was working, Playboy. Let's get into a slow-mo right now of the curl lifts. I think it's always hard and it's always difficult. Yeah, see, this is the part right here. This is called a death spiral. I was surprised to see this move incorporated in what you guys do. Whatever happens tonight, just know you represented for your class, and y'all did y'all thing.
Lil Mama, talk to me about Static Noise.
Static Noise, ever since I met you guys in Boston, it was a stunning first impression because you guys came in and you were this group of nerds, and I was like, I don't know what they gonna do. And then y'all got on that floor and y'all showed y'all passion. You guys are so dedicated to what you do. You give your time to school and you guys are A students. And then you come here on the show and even in your rehearsals and you put your heart into what you do and you do it well. And I respect that. You also cling to each other and you haven't let that go. And when clinging to each other, sometimes we may lose a member in our crew, and that happened to you guys tonight. And you guys did a great job. Gustavo, you hold weight in this group, literally, okay? From the beginning of your performance, I would like to get into a slow-mo when you lift Suzette. It was so elegant because she got up there, she was so graceful, she smiled, she held her legs apart, so classy, and then she came down and you know you guys gave us that disco, you gave us that floor. She did a spin around you holding onto your body and it was so graceful, and then you got right back into your choreography with your group, and I respect that. You had a great performance. Congratulations everybody.
JC, how'd Jungle Boogie do?
Honestly, this was such a fun number. I mean, from the very opening, it was like, I felt like I was watching the opening to Good Times or something. It was like that painting, you know what I mean? It was so playful, it was so fun. There was just so much character and so much spirit just from the pose. And honestly, that spirit carried through the whole performance. I had to say, I really enjoyed watching this performance. I want to get into some stuff. This is typical, you know, of the way you guys are dressed. I want to get into the slow-mo. It matches the moves you guys are doing so well. You go from the which ways, and then you jump into your task, incorporating all these styles. You guys made it look easy. It's like, this is my task. Let me go hit it real fast, and then come back with something else. You guys went from that into salsa, into something else. And then, speaking of strength, by the way, Little Rocky shows she got some muscles. She got some muscles. So, because when I watched the package, I was like, is this gonna get Patrick Swayze, baby, like running in the, no, it was like, no, please don't do it. But you know what? You flipped it on me. Again, it was good times. You had fun with the performance. The 70s were wild, they were hectic, but you guys made it really positive and fun, and I've enjoyed you through the whole season, so thank you for that.
All right, we've seen the bottom three take their last shot, and during the break, the judges will make their historic decision. Only one of these crews has earned the right to keep on dancing. The other two are gonna get pulled from the floor forever. The double elimination is only seconds away. America's Best Dance Crew, stay live. Welcome back to America's Best Dance Crew. Heavy Impact, Static Noise, and Jungle Boogie received the fewest votes from America and were forced to defend their lives in a cutthroat three-way battle. Now, during the break, the judges made the critical decision, and I have the name of the only surviving crew right here. One team will continue their pursuit of the title. The other two will be ejected from the game. Heavy Impact. Omarion said, people see your size and may typecast you, but tonight, you made a statement. Came out and just danced. He loved your aggressiveness as you rocked the stage in lime green and pork chops. Will the judges keep you as our heavyweight contenders? Static Noise. Lil Mama gave you props tonight for powering through even though you had an injury in the crew. She feels you always put your heart into it, and even with a man down, you delivered an elegant and graceful showing. But did you slide smoothly into safety? Jungle Boogie. JC loved how you brought the good times feeling of the 70s and said it was fun to watch you switch through so many styles. He was carried away by your playful spirit and loved Rocky's lift. Did you lift yourself to the next episode? One crew has dug themselves out. The other two will have their title hopes buried forever. The crew that will carry on and still has a chance to become America's Best Dance Crew is... Jungle Boogie. Congratulations, Jungle Boogie. You've made it through our most treacherous episode ever. That means Heavy Impact and Static Noise, I am sorry, you both brought it to the stage, but America didn't just bring you the votes. You guys have come a long way and beaten out hundreds of crews to get this far, but it's time for both of you to leave our stage, and as you do, your banners must fall. 5 crews remain in the hunt for the $100,000 grand prize and the title of America's Best Dance Crew, and only you have the power to decide who can win it all. We'll give you the voting information while we take a look back at tonight's performances. They survived the double elimination, and if you've got Jungle Boogie fever, dial 1-877-96-CREW-5 or text 5 to the number 22444. If you want High 5-0 to say aloha to the championships, dial 1-877-96-CREW-4 or text 4 to the number 22444. If you want to power Poriotics to the title, dial 1-877-96-CREW-3 or text 3 to the number 22444. If you want Saltari to leap to victory, dial 1-877-96-CREW-2 or text 2 to the number 22444. If you want to build Blueprint Crew up to the championship, dial 1-877-96-CREW-1 or text 1 to the number 22444. Standard message and data rates may apply. Calls are toll-free from landlines. Voting brought to you by AT&T, your world delivered. Voting starts right now. If you want to vote online, go to dancecrew.mtv.com. Get your votes in early because the voting closes tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Next week, our crews take on the smooth and sexy stylings of Usher. The R&B king himself will be making a special appearance. I'm Mario Lopez. Good night.